The Dust Bowl was also known as the Dirty 30s. It was one of the worst man-made ecological disasters in American history. It was 8 years of severe drought and black blizzards. After rain finally came in 1939, farmers started to take action in conserving the soil. Conservation is a huge reason as to why there has not been another Dust Bowl. The Dust Bowl made a huge impact on many people in the plains, especially in the South. One survivor said the impact was like a shovelful of fine sand being flung against the face. Simple tasks such as eating, breathing, and walking became hard. Children had to wear dust masks to and from school so they didn't inhale dust. Women hung sheets so more dust didn't collect in their homes. This is the time when they started setting glasses upside down in cabinets so dust wouldn't collect in their clean glasses. Farmers couldn't do anything to keep their land from being destroyed. The dust storms covered 75% of the country, affecting 27 states. The first driest states were Colorado, Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas. Then it went to New Mexico, Nebraska, Wyoming, South Dakota, and North Dakota, and eventually covered over half of the country. These horrible 8 years started in 1931 after a long drought and the dust storms started. In 1932, there were 14 storms recorded, and the next year there were 38 reported. This is when people started helping farmers and the Soil Conservation Service was established. This was to help promote conservation practices. 2 years later, soil conservation districts started to provide local input on what was going on with the conservation in their area. A few years later, the Roosevelt Shelter Belt project was started. This was where they planted trees in lines to reduce the wind. The erosion was reduced by 65% within 1 year. In 1939, there was finally rain and the dreadful Dust Bowl was finally over. Soil is one of the most important natural resources we have. Everything depends on soil. Animals need plants, which get nutrients from the soil. Everything we use on a daily basis traces back to soil, from the food we eat to the electronics we use. Without soil, we would be helpless. It takes a long time for soil to form and can be destroyed in almost no time at all. Conservation is a way to protect and save the soil so it is healthy for many generations to come. Many farming techniques help conserve the soil, like strip cropping, where plants are cropped in different strips, rotating what is planted in each strip to prevent erosion. Crop rotation is where a new crop is planted each year to prevent insects and diseases and improve production. Terracing and contour farming are both on hills to prevent water from running off. Irrigation is a way to water the land without the need of rain. Conservation tillage and no-till farming keep the land so it is covered. There are many programs that help promote these different farming practices, like the NRCS, which was originally the SCS, and it is an agency that administers different conservation programs. The CRP pays farmers to provide cover, like grass, for a certain amount of years instead of farming the land, so it doesn't get destroyed. EQIP is a cost share program to help farmers pay for these different practices. Conservation compliance in the Farm Bill requires farmers with highly erodible land to reduce their erosion so they are eligible for many conservation programs. Conservation can save us from another tragic event like the Dust Bowl. Bare soil is as open to damage as a turtle without its shell. It can take 1,000 years for 1 inch of soil to form, so we need to do all we can to keep it healthy. The Dust Bowl was a horrible event in the United States. Keeping techniques, practices, and programs will help it from happening. There is no guarantee that there will never be another event like this, but it is a lot less likely than it was before. As Franklin D. Roosevelt once said, A nation that destroys its soil destroys itself. Thank you.